I don't know if he likes me or if he doesn't like me, but he is one hell of a competitor. He is a tough, smart guy. What Ted did is really a very brave thing to do, and a great thing to do, because we want to bring unity to the Republican Party. We have to bring unity. It's so much easier if we have it. This country, which is very, very divided in so many different ways, is going to become one beautiful, loving country. And we're going to love each other. We're going to cherish each other. We're going to take care of each other.
Yep, Donald Trump had a big night last night, and he joins us right now on the phone. I believe he's over at Trump Towers. Good morning to you, Mr. Trump.
Good morning.
So that guy we just saw at the podium there was different. You were referring to Ted Cruz not as Lion Ted, which you had throughout the campaign, but
tweeted earlier, hours before.
You called him a hell of a competitor, a tough, smart guy. Tell us about the transition from Lion Ted to that guy.
Well, it's called competition, I guess. It was a tough race. He was a very tough competitor, honestly. No, Lion Ted is now, we will now put that aside. I really respected the job. I mean, he was a very tough competitor, and I said that last night. I was surprised that he left, actually. There was no path, in my opinion, but I still thought he was going to the end. I just heard that he was going to the end. And about an hour before, I started getting rumors that he might be leaving the race. So I was a little bit surprised.
Is that why you waited a little bit longer to come out on stage? Because we were watching in our house, and I was like, I got to get ready for bed. But when he comes out, I told my husband, let me know when I'm coming out to the living room to watch. Because I couldn't wait any longer.
I actually did. I wanted to see what he was going to say because of these rumors going around. And, you know, if he were, obviously I would have made a much different speech if he were in.
Were you shocked that he dropped out last night?
Yeah, a little bit. I was really surprised. I mean, I understand Ted. I know Ted, and I was a little bit surprised. But he did the right thing, I think, for himself, for his family, and for the party. I think he really did a great thing. And, you know, now we're going to unify the party. We're going to get people together. And I don't necessarily want everybody, if you want to know the truth. I think I'm a little bit different as a candidate than most. But, you know, when things are said by certain people, it's unnecessary. It wouldn't make any difference. And I think we're going to beat Hillary Clinton. She's horrible on the economy, horrible on jobs. She's really horrible on the military. You look at what she's done with the military, and her decisions were terrible. As you know, Bernie Sanders says she suffers from poor judgment. I think I may be using that line a little bit over the next number of months.
Well, she can't focus on you because Bernie Sanders won last night and is about to win West Virginia, and so she's not going away if you listen to him. But I know you have your other challenges straight ahead. For example, setting up a nationwide fundraising apparatus because you did loan your money, loan money to your campaign to get the nomination. Right. But is it true, Donald Trump, that you will look to raise funds for the general?
I think it's most likely that I will because, you know, you're talking about $1 billion or $1.5 billion. And,
well, you got it.
I do have it. All I have to do is sell a building. But, you know, I think that probably I'm not looking for myself. I'm looking for the party, where the party, you know, is going to receive a lot of money so the party can compete, including its Senate races, including its congressional races. And, you know, I think that's a very big part of it. That's a big part of what I want to do. I want to raise a lot of monny for the party.
How many people are you hiring, and where and how? What are you looking for?
Looking for in what?
What are you looking to? You said you're going to be hiring people. In terms of staffing, what type of people are you looking for?
Oh yeah, we're going to have great. We already have a great staff. I mean, I have a great group of people. I have a terrific staff, and now obviously we're going to have to build it up because we'll be going all over the country. We'll be working in areas that would have been different. Some of the areas that we were going, I'm going to West Virginia. I'm going, and we're going to put the miners back to work, by the way. The coal miners and the miners of West Virginia and Pennsylvania and Ohio and all these places where it's been they've been devastated as an industry, they're going to be put back to work, and they're going to love their jobs again. You know, they have tremendous spirit, the miners. I've seen it over the years. They have unbelievable spirit, and they're going to be very happy with Donald Trump, that I can tell you.
So you want to focus on clean coal rather than no coal?
I want clean coal, and we're going to have clean coal, and we're going to have plenty of it. And, you know, we send coal to well, first of all, the coal industry is being decimated, and many, many people, great people, are out of work, and they can't get back into work. And Hillary Clinton, as you know, she said she wants to put the coal miners out of business, never to work again. I don't even know how she could go to West Virginia. I mean, that whole thing, that must have been very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but
she said
we're going
that
to put them back to work.
She said that in March, that she was going to put the coal industry, the whole industry, out of business. Well,
Yeah.
then she goes to West Virginia and she sits down with a group of individuals. And one of the guys there said, I was a coal miner. I lost my job. How can you say you're for the American people when you're taking jobs away and you want to shut down my industry? I think we have a soundbite of that. Do we have a soundbite? Let's listen to this and then get your reaction.
Okay.
When you make comments like, we're going to put a lot of coal miners out of jobs, these are the kind of people that you're affecting. This is my family.
I don't know how to explain it other than what I said was totally out of context from what I meant, because I have been talking about helping coal country for a very long time. It was a misstatement, because what I was saying is that the way things are going now, we will continue to lose jobs.
Yeah, now that she's in West Virginia, she was misstating things earlier.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that
David-
wasn't a misstatement. And you know that she's just talking. It's all political talk. I have learned more about, I thought I knew a lot about politicians. I've never seen anything, the way they can talk. And frankly, Hillary Clinton made a statement. It was a horrible statement. I watched it live, actually, and I said, wow, that is a horrible statement for the coal industry and for the miners, more importantly. And well, let me just tell you, we are going to put the miners back to work. And in China, they take our coal and they burn the coal, and they don't clean the coal, by the way. We're going to have great clean coal. We're going to have an amazing mining business. And, you know, I've noticed over the years, I've known many miners over the years. I've seen it. They have tremendous spirit. The spirit they have, they love their industry. They love getting into the mines. I don't know that I'd love to do it.
It's a
I don't
tough
think you
job.
guys would like it.
Sure.
But they love it.
And I think you just gave us a preview of what you're going to say in West Virginia later on. Let me ask you about this. You were talking about politicians. There are a lot of Republican politicians, senators and congressmen and governors even. They're going, well, if Donald Trump is at the top of the ticket, you know, we're all dead. What's your message to them?
Well, you know, we just had the Rasmussen poll come out yesterday, and it shows that I'm leading Hillary Clinton 41-39. And I think I'm going to do very well. And I'll just have to remember the people that, frankly, are, you know, they don't have that whatever it is. And, you know, honestly, I think we're going to win. I think she's horrible on the economy. She's horrible on jobs. She is terrible on the military.
Right.
And I think we're going to win. I think we're going to beat Hillary. You remember what she said about the vets? The vets are being taken care of beautifully. And then 2 weeks later, she said, well, I'll retract that.
So you're telling the Republicans, the senators and the congressmen, fall in line because, you know, the Trump train's going to win.
We're going to win, and we're going to win, and we have tremendous support, and people have been calling. And I actually told Brian, and I told you, Steve, over the last couple of weeks, I'm getting calls from people that have said such terrible things about me, and now they want to join. Yesterday, I got one from somebody that was on your show and other shows, and it was unbelievable how horribly. And now he calls, Don, I'd like to join your team. Is that okay? I'd like to. I actually asked him, how do you do that? How do you pivot? But, you know, but they're all wanting to join, and you'll see what happens.
Can you give us a name? Because Bobby Jindal last night said, listen, he was an opponent of mine, but I will support him.
I heard Bobby Jindal. It was very nice. He came a long way back. I mean, it was very nice. And everybody is.
Right. So do you think Marco Rubio, is he one of the people that reached out to you?
Well, he's been very nice. I mean, I will say I have had a conversation with him, and he's been terrific, and he's a talented young guy, and he's got a great future, in my opinion.
You considering him for VP?
Well, I'm considering a lot of people, to be honest, and I'll let you guys know, but I really am. I'm considering a lot of people, and we want to have great at every level, whether it's VP or anything else. We want greatness.
Have you spoken to Ted Cruz since he dropped out?
I have not.
Are you trying to call him?
I might. I mean, look, I respect Ted a lot, and again, he was a very, very tough competitor. He was in there really pitching right up until the end, and maybe that's why I'm surprised he dropped out, but he did the right thing for himself and for the party. It was a great decision, I think.
All right, I'm fascinated with the women in your life. I see them behind you all the time. I'd love to sit down with them. Hopefully you can convince some of them to talk to me, and so I can learn a little bit about their lives and share that with the viewers.
Oh, I would do that immediately.
Great.
They would love to do that.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on your win last night.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The presumptive nominee, Donald Trump.